It's my people. Alright. Alright.
I don't think Joey counts as one.
You could count. A group of friends living in LA. Each one has unique stories behind them. This is a group that can be broken down in 5 ways. The alpha, or the leader, the Miss Alpha, the leader's wife, the cop, aka the right-hand man, the joker, which is the funny guy, and the brains. All of them understand their roles, even though they don't talk about it. This is a part of verbal, non-verbal communication in groups. Today I'm going to give you examples that prove to you that a fully functional group can go without verbal communication. What makes me credible to talk about this subject today is my research on groups and group communication, and watching Fast and the Furious multiple times. I believe that there are 3 things that play an important part in nonverbal communication in groups. First is social roles. This group of friends may play an important part in their community. The way that the social rules apply in a nonverbal context is that people who in a nonverbal communication is that people do not have to verbally say what their social rules are. However, their action plays a huge part in what their rules are in their community. The social rules can basically be anything that makes up a person, and what rules are played down to them. For example, Dom, aka the leader, his social rule for the group is to guide other people to a better life. Let's look at what else can play an important part of the group. The second part is individual differences. This group has all individual differences in their group. Each one brings a different quality to the table. The way that it relates to nonverbal communication in a group is these individuals have differences that make them not like other people in other groups. Individual differences can basically make a person unique. The difference that a difference that can make them different from everyone else in their group. Just like how Brian, the right-hand man, grew up in a house without a father. It affected his life in different ways that Dom, the leader, affected his life by being raised by his father. These experiences of life is what makes a person or individual different. Let's see what else plays a big part in groups that no one talks about. The cultural factors. This group has all different cultural factors that come into play that's not discussed. However, it plays an important part in every group. For their cultural factors for their life is, I like to use the example of they live in LA. They're faced with different cultural differences than me and you. But it is not talked about. However, it plays a big role in their group's function. In conclusion, I have talked about how this group do not have to have verbal communication in order to have a fully functional group. How there are 3 different parts of nonverbal communication: social rules, individual differences, cultural factors. Members of particular groups may share goals and identities, but they each bring a personal difference to the group, as well as their differences can strongly affect communication.